There are mornings when you wake up, and before your feet even touch the ground, the weight is already there. Not physical weight, but something heavier. Bills, responsibilities, uncertainty. That quiet fear in your chest that whispers, "How am I going to make it?" And today, maybe that's exactly how you feel. You didn't even want to check your phone yet, because you already know what's waiting. Messages, reminders, numbers that don't add up. And it's exhausting. It's overwhelming. It feels like no matter how hard you try, it's never quite enough. If that's you right now, this moment is not random. You didn't click on this by accident. Because before you face your day, before you carry all of that pressure by yourself, there's something you need to hear. You were never meant to handle this alone. The stress you're feeling about money, it's real. Let's not pretend it's not. It affects your sleep, your decisions, your peace. Can make you feel behind in life, stuck, even ashamed sometimes. But here's the truth most people forget when worry takes over. What feels impossible to you is not impossible to God. Right now, your mind is trying to calculate everything. How much do I need? How will I get it? What if it doesn't work out? But God is not limited by your calculations. He's not waiting for your situation to make sense before he moves. And this is where everything begins to shift, when you stop trying to carry tomorrow's answers with today's strength. Because that's what anxiety does. Pulls you into a future you can't control, and drains the peace you're supposed to have right now. So before you go any further into your day, just pause for a moment. Not to escape your reality, but to reset your focus. Because worry has been speaking to you since you woke up. Now it's time to let faith speak. You may not see how things will change. You may not see where the provision will come from. But just because you don't see it, doesn't mean God isn't already working on it. There are things being arranged right now that you have no idea about. Doors you can't see yet. Opportunities you didn't plan. Help that will come at the right time. And this is the part that's hard to accept when you're stressed. Provision doesn't always come early, but it is never late. God knows exactly what you need, and He knows when you need it. So instead of starting your day with fear, you're about to start it differently. You're about to give that burden back to the one who can actually carry it. Because holding onto it hasn't given you peace. Overthinking it hasn't solved it. And stressing about it hasn't changed the outcome. But prayer shifts something deeper. It doesn't just change your situation. It changes your position. From panic to trust. From pressure to surrender. So right now, wherever you are, don't rush this. Let this be the moment you stop carrying everything by yourself. Take a slow breath and get ready. Because in part 2, we're going to pray specifically over your financial stress, your fears about provision, and the pressure you've been waking up with. And you're not just going to listen, you're going to release it. Now stay right here. Do not rush away from this moment. This is where everything begins to shift. Not out there in the noise of your day, but right here in stillness. Take another slow breath. Let your shoulders relax. You have been carrying so much, and even if no one else sees it, God does. He sees the pressure. He sees the numbers that do not make sense. He sees the quiet worries you try to push away. And right now, you are not going to hide any of it. You are going to bring it honestly before Him. So wherever you are, just focus for a moment. If you can, close your eyes. If not, just let these words settle into your heart as you listen and agree. Heavenly Father, I come to you at the start of this day, and I will not pretend that everything is okay. You see the stress I am under. You see the financial pressure that has been weighing on my mind. You know the needs I have, the responsibilities I carry, and the fear that keeps trying to take over. And right now, I choose to bring all of it to you. I am tired of carrying this alone. I am tired of trying to figure everything out with my own strength. So today, I release this burden into your hands. Every bill, every worry, every unanswered question, I give it to you. Father, you are my provider. Not my job, not my circumstances, not what I can see. You are the source of everything I need. And even when I do not understand how things will work out, I choose to trust that you are already making a way. Where I see lack, you see provision. Where I see limits, you have no limits. Where I feel stuck, you are already moving. So today, I ask for your peace to replace my anxiety. Calm my thoughts when they start to race. Quiet the fear that keeps telling me I will not make it. Remind me that I am not alone in this. Give me wisdom for every decision I need to make today. Guide my steps, open the right doors, and close the ones that are not meant for me. Bring opportunities one did not expect. Send help in ways I could not have planned. And give me the strength to keep going, even when things feel uncertain. Father, I trust your timing. I trust that you know what I need, and that you will provide at the right moment. Even if it feels delayed, I believe it is not denied. Teach me to rely on you daily, not just when I feel overwhelmed. Help me to start this day with faith, not fear, with peace, not pressure, with trust, not anxiety. And no matter what happens today, remind me that you are still in control. I will not let worry lead me. I will not let fear decide my direction. I choose to walk forward knowing that you are with me, guiding me, providing for me, and working behind the scenes in ways I cannot yet see. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for caring about every detail of my life. Thank you for being my provider. In Jesus' name, amen. Stay here for a moment longer. Do not rush back into stress. Let that peace settle in. The situation may not have changed yet, but something inside you just did. And that is where everything begins. Carry this with you today. Not the fear you woke up with, but the trust you just stepped into. You are not walking into this day alone. And what felt impossible when you woke up is now in the hands of a God who has never failed. Do not let your mind rush ahead to everything waiting for you today. That pressure will try to come back quickly. The thoughts will try to return. The same questions, the same numbers, the same concerns. But right now, something has shifted. You are no longer starting your day from fear. You are starting from surrender. And that changes how you walk into everything. The situation may still look the same on the outside, but you are not the same inside this moment. You have handed it over, and that matters more than you realize. Because most of the weight you feel every morning does not just come from the problem itself. It comes from the feeling that everything depends on you. That if you do not figure it out, nothing will change. That if you do not fix it, it will fall apart. But that was never your role. You are responsible for showing up, for doing your part, for being faithful with what is in front of you. But you were never meant to carry the outcome. That belongs to God. And when you try to take control of what only He can handle, it drains you. It steals your energy before your day even begins. It fills your mind with noise instead of clarity. So as you move forward from this moment, you are going to do something different. When the thought comes back telling you that you do not have enough, you will remember that your source is not limited. When the fear rises and says, "What if this does not work?" you will remind yourself that God is already working beyond what you can see. When the pressure builds and tries to sit on your chest again, you will not hold on to it. You will release it again. And maybe you will need to do that more than once today. That is okay. Trust is not built in a single moment. It is built in returning again and again to the same decision. To believe that God is still in control, even when nothing looks different yet. Because this is where faith becomes real. Not when everything is already solved, but right here in the middle of uncertainty. Right here when you still do not know how it will work out. Right here when the answer has not shown up yet. This is where you choose to stand. Not on what you see, but on who God is. Provider, a waymaker, the one who sees ahead of you, the one who understands what you need even before you say it. And as you hold on to that, something inside you begins to steady. Your breathing slows, your thoughts become clearer, the panic loses its grip. You begin to realize that even though you have real responsibilities, you do not have to carry them with fear. You can carry them with trust. And that changes everything about how you move. Instead of rushing into your day with anxiety, you move with intention. Instead of reacting to every stressful thought, you choose which voice you will listen to. Instead of expecting the worst, you stay open to what God can do. Even if it comes in a way you did not expect. Even if it does not happen on your timeline. Even if it requires patience. Because provision is not always loud. Sometimes it comes quietly. A new idea, conversation, an unexpected opportunity, a door that opens at the exact moment you need it. And if you are constantly overwhelmed, constantly anxious, constantly rushing, you can miss it. That is why this moment matters. You are not just praying to feel better. You are positioning yourself to recognize what God is doing. So as you continue your day, stay aware. Not hyper-aware in fear, but attentive in faith. Watch how things unfold. Notice the small shifts. Pay attention to the moments that seem ordinary but are actually answers in motion. Because what you asked for is already being worked on. Even now, even in ways you do not understand yet. And the more you stay grounded in trust, the more clearly you will see it. So keep your heart steady, keep your mind anchored, and when the pressure tries to return, do not fight it with more stress. Return to this place again, release it again, trust again, because you are not walking into uncertainty alone. You are walking with a God who already stands in your tomorrow. And that means what feels unknown to you is already known to Him. So take another breath and move forward from here, not carrying everything, but walking with confidence that what you cannot handle is already in His hands. This is where strength is being built quietly. Not the kind of strength that comes from pushing harder, but the kind that comes from knowing you are not alone in what you are facing. Because as the day unfolds, there will be moments that try to pull you back. A notification, a reminder, a number that does not look right, a conversation that brings pressure again. And in those moments, it will feel very easy to slip back into the same cycle, thinking faster, worrying deeper, trying to control everything again. But now you know another way. You do not have to follow that path anymore. You can pause even for a few seconds and return to what you just did here. You can slow your breathing. You can steady your thoughts. You can remind yourself that what you placed in God's hands is still there. It has not slipped. It has not been forgotten. And it is not waiting on your fear to move forward. It is already being handled in ways you cannot see. That is what trust looks like in real time. Not a one-time decision, but a repeated choice. Again and again throughout your day. To not pick the burden back up the way you used to. To not let every thought turn into a spiral. To not let pressure decide your direction. Instead, you begin to move differently. You begin to act from a place of calm, even when things are not fully settled. You begin to think more clearly, because your mind is not crowded with fear. You begin to notice options you did not see before, simply because you are no longer overwhelmed. And this is important, because sometimes the answer you have been praying for requires you to be present enough to recognize it. Not lost in stress, not distracted by worst-case scenarios, but grounded, steady, and aware. There is a quiet confidence that starts to grow in you when you live this way. It does not come from having everything figured out. It comes from knowing that even if you do not, God does. And that changes how you respond to everything. When something unexpected happens, you do not immediately panic. You take a breath. When something does not go the way you planned, you do not assume the worst. You stay open. When you feel pressure building again, you do not let it take over. You release it just like you did here, over and over if you need to, because letting go is not weakness. It is alignment. It is choosing to stay connected to peace instead of being controlled by fear. And the more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. The more your mornings begin to feel different. The more your days begin to unfold with less tension and more clarity. Not because every problem disappears instantly, but because you are no longer carrying them the same way. You are no longer carrying them alone. And that is where real change begins. So as you continue moving forward today, keep checking in with yourself. Notice when your thoughts start to rush. Notice when your body starts to tense. Notice when that familiar weight tries to settle back in. And instead of ignoring it or fighting it harder, meet it with what you have learned here. Pause, breathe, release, trust. You do not need a perfect moment to do this. You can do it in the middle of your work, in between tasks, in a quiet second when no one is watching. These small returns will shape your entire day, and over time they will shape how you live. Because a life led by constant worry feels heavy, but a life lived in steady trust begins to feel different, lighter, clearer, more grounded, even when challenges are still present. And that is what you are stepping into now. Not a life without responsibility, but a life where responsibility does not control your peace. So keep going, stay steady, and remember, every time you choose trust over fear, you are moving in the direction of what you have been praying for. Even if you cannot see it yet, even if it feels slow, something is already shifting, something is already unfolding, and you are right in the middle of it. As you move into the flow of your day, keep this awareness close. The same situations may still be there, but your response to them does not have to be the same. That is where the real difference begins. Because when money is tight, the natural reaction is urgency. To rush, to overthink, to feel like every decision carries pressure. And slowly, that pressure turns into fear. But now, you are choosing something different. You are choosing to move with clarity instead of panic. To think with intention instead of reacting out of stress. And that shift matters more than it seems. Because clear thinking leads to better decisions. And better decisions create space for change. So when you sit down to handle your responsibilities today, do it with a steady mind, not a rushed one. Take things one step at a time, not everything at once. What needs your attention right now, focus on that. What is outside of your control, release it again. You are not ignoring reality. You are approaching it with strength instead of fear. And that is how progress is built. Quietly, consistently, step by step. There may be moments today where things do not go as planned. Moments where something unexpected shows up. An expense, a delay, a situation that feels like a setback. When that happens, do not let your mind immediately jump to the worst conclusion. Pause. Look at it clearly, not through fear, but through trust. Because one moment does not define your outcome. One challenge does not cancel what God is doing. There is still movement happening behind what you can see. There is still provision being arranged beyond what you understand right now. And often, what looks like a setback is simply a redirection. A shift towards something better aligned. Even if it takes time to recognize it. So stay open. Stay grounded. Let patience become part of how you move today. Not passive waiting, but steady trust while you take action where you can. Do what is in front of you. Handle what you are able to handle. And release the rest. Again and again if needed. Because the goal is not to eliminate responsibility. The goal is to carry it without losing your peace. And that is something you are learning right now. Something you are stepping into. A different way of living. Where pressure does not control your thoughts. Where fear does not decide your direction. Where your starting point is not worry, but trust. And from that place, you begin to notice something. You are not as overwhelmed as before. You are not as scattered. There is more space in your mind, more steadiness in your actions, more awareness in your decisions. And that creates room for new possibilities. Because when your mind is not clouded by stress, you begin to see more clearly. You begin to recognize opportunities you might have missed before. You begin to respond instead of react. You begin to move forward with purpose. And that is how change often starts. Not all at once, but in the way you think, the way you act, and the way you trust. So continue through your day with that mindset. Not expecting everything to resolve instantly, but knowing that something deeper is already in motion. And while you walk through each moment, keep this truth anchored within you. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not without help. There is provision connected to your path. There is guidance available for your decisions. There is support beyond what you can currently see. And as long as you keep moving with trust, you will not miss what is meant for you. So take each step with intention. Handle each moment with clarity. And let your peace remain stronger than the pressure trying to return. Because what you released earlier is still being handled. And what you need is already being prepared, even now. Carry this with you as the day continues. Not the fear that tried to greet you this morning, but the steadiness you chose instead. There may still be questions. There may still be things you do not understand yet. But you are no longer standing in front of them the same way. You are not facing them alone. And that changes everything. Because even if the numbers have not changed yet, your foundation has. Even if the answers have not fully appeared, your direction has. You are no longer moving from panic, but from trust. No longer reacting out of pressure, but responding with clarity. And that is where real transformation begins. Quietly, deeply, in a way that shapes not just this moment, but every step that follows. So keep going forward with that confidence. Handle what is in front of you. Do your part with focus and faith. And leave the rest in God's hands, knowing He is already working beyond what you can see. There is provision on the way. There is a path being prepared. There is a breakthrough forming, even if it has not reached you yet. Stay anchored in that truth. Let it steady your actions. Let it guard your peace. And if this moment spoke to you, do not keep it to yourself. Share this with someone who woke up carrying the same weight. Let them find the same peace you just stepped into. And if you want to keep starting your days with clarity, stay connected here.